Happy Friday, everybody. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Happy Friday, everyone. How are you guys today? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today for some late night, Friday night No Man's Sky. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're watching the VOD after the fact, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. Going to be on for about an hour and a half or so, just to do something that's a far departure from the craziness that is Grand Theft Auto. We got to do that in about 14 or 15 hours anyway. So who do we have out there? Dustin, hello. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for joining us. And Valkyra, hey, stranger, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you as always. Valkyra says, good morning, Odd Fam. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and some breakfast. Actually, it's dinner time for me. But it's Valkyra. It's always good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So AJ Rehab, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Heaven, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Cade's Arcade, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Oh, and guys, both Valkyra and Cade's Arcade are fellow content creators. They do good work. Show them some love. And Valkyra is actually on both YouTube and Twitch, so definitely check her out. Yeah, I know you guys are going through a rather major hurricane. Believe it or not, here in Japan, we're in typhoon season, so it's pretty much the same thing. The northern part of Japan, actually both the northern and southern parts of Japan recently had some major flooding. And I'm talking major flooding. It happens every year, but it just seems to get progressively worse every year. And where I live here in Japan, it's not too terribly bad. Oh, Valkyra, you bet. No problem at all. No problem at all. Again, thanks for being part of the Odd Fam, seriously. So Dustin says, at what point for anyone with a PS5 to buy a PS5 Pro when it's, yeah, it is overpriced? Well, Dustin, there's nothing wrong with the PlayStation 5. I would just as soon buy a PlayStation 5 than buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. The PlayStation 5 Pro is nothing but a waste of money. It's a cash grab, basically. And it's basically the biggest meme right now floating around the internet. So look, the PlayStation 5 Pro is for all of the whales out there that can afford it. But $700 for a gaming console, I can build a gaming PC for $700 that would blow the doors off of the PlayStation 5. Anyways, let's get started, shall we? Again, it's good to see you guys all. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hop in. Let me double check my stats in OBS. And Streamlabs, behave yourself today. Don't be picking fights out there, Streamlabs. I've got my eyes on you. You know, you got to kind of keep your eyes on Streamlabs. So, before we begin, if you haven't done so, everybody, please take a second. Check the live stream subscription section down below and hit read the chat rules. Very important. Also, excuse me for 1 second. There we go. Move that. Also, if you are new here, and whether you're not, it doesn't matter. Please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Let me bring that volume back up. There we go. All right. Move that out of the way. Bring it up. Let's transition. Boom. Valkyra, thanks for typing that. Thank you so much. Heaven, no, you're absolutely right. The PlayStation Portal was a cash grab. It was, I get it. Some people like it because it allows streaming from your PlayStation 5 console. But if you're on travel, you still have to, you got to leave your PlayStation 5 on. You have to have an active Wi-Fi connection at your home and, of course, abroad, wherever you are, at least. And you got to have good Wi-Fi to get it to work. It's a piece of junk. What PlayStation should have done was made a new PlayStation Portable. That's what they should have done. They should have made a new PlayStation Vita or something that could do both. And they could have done it for the same amount of money, but you're absolutely right. It was a cash grab. I totally agree with you. Okay. So, that odd rant out of the way. And yeah, Valkyra, let me pin that right now. Thank you so much. Here we go. Pin message. Hey, we got a new sub. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. So Medicinal Gaming TV, welcome to the Odd One. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat for our new subscriber. Proper hand salute to Medicinal Gaming TV. Welcome to the Odd Ones. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome aboard. Excuse me, sorry about that. Let's go. Okay, so what we're going to do is finish. We're going to finish the Aquarius expedition, where we've got like one milestone left in phase 5 to complete this expedition. And basically, we're going to go fishing. So, Aquarius, here we go. Expedition. We're going fishing. We're going to fish until we get these last 4 fish that we need. And this expedition will be done. Once that's complete, if there's still time left in the stream, we're going to go starship hunting. We're going to go starship hunting. So I hope you guys are all doing well out there. This is a bit of a departure from the usual Grand Theft Auto stuff. We're going to be live streaming Grand Theft Auto Online in about 14 hours. In about 14 hours from now. So we do both here. We live stream Grand Theft Auto and No Man's Sky. And I'm also looking at other titles to bring to the channel. But the state of gaming right now is kind of in the toilet. So, okay, so with that being said, when we last left off, we came here to the space station to sell some fish because our inventory was full. So what do we have? Oh, yeah, that's right. We picked up the angler. This is the legendary fish. So we can release the fish. I am assuming that we have to release... that we got to release this angler fish in the ocean. I'm not entirely sure what happens if you do it. No, I have no idea what happens if you do. So we're probably going to find out. What else do we have? Starship. Starship is just about full. What the crap is this? Mollusk flesh. Oh, this is... we're probably going to sell that to the dude over at the Space Anomaly. Yeah, my inventory is completely full. This is mealworms. Yeah, I'm going to offload some of this stuff once we head back planet side. Okay, so let's hop into Starship. I was kind of hoping that I could have found a better Starship along the way, but no luck. So we've got our trusty air conditioning hauler because it's got 2 industrial air conditioners connected to it. Okay, take a really quick look at the expedition milestones. We are on phase 5. Okay, and this is the only milestone needed. We got to catch 3 fish that are only active during a storm. So we literally have to go to a planet and sit around and basically wait for a storm and try to catch the fish that we need. It doesn't specifically state uncommon, so I guess they can be any sort of fish. But it specifically says active only in a storm. So I think we might be able to get lucky with that one. What we are going to do, let's grab this. Inventory slot sign 7. Let's do that. Let's claim these milestones and rewards. Let me turn up my volume so I can hear what's going on. Okay. We got 7, so we'll put 1, 2... Yeah, I guess we'll do 3, and we'll put the rest down here. All right. There we go. We got 1,500 salt. Nice. Okay. So we got it. And this one is tentacle figurine plans. Okay. Nice. So that's basically just a decorative item. Although this is a Starship interior. Okay, so this is actually a bobblehead. This is like a bobblehead. If you put this in your Starship, it'll give your Starship a certain buff. Not entirely sure what that buff is, but this is a crap Starship to use it on, so we're not going to use it. But we know how to make it. Nice. There it is. Mike, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So Dustin says, As bad as Ubisoft is, what do you think about the new Crew 2 and Crew Motorfest? Here's the deal. I don't like Ubisoft, or as I call them, Ubi Trash. And that's just because they've got some of the worst business practices of any game developer / publisher. If you don't believe me, look at what happened with the new Assassin's Creed Shadows. They actually canceled the release of the new Assassin's Creed because guess what? They screwed up on it. Big time. And Ubi Trash right now is more focused on live service gaming. Games as a service. They specifically stated, their CEO as a matter of fact, stated that he feels that players, us, those of us that buy their games, we should be more comfortable not owning our games. That's what he said. So that's their mentality. Games as a service. So you're not actually buying, you're not buying an actual game. You're buying a license to play the game. That's BS right there. That's a terrible game, a terrible business practice. It's anti-consumer. So this we have Halo Core 5, Deadly Cold Ice Cream. So I will never buy another Ubisoft game, and that's unfortunate because I like Ghost Recon's Wildlands. I think Wildlands is an excellent game, but guess what? It was made by Ubi Trash. So yeah, I'm going to take a hard pass on it. What else do we have? This is Terrifying Sample, Old Boots. My inventory is going to be full again. I got to go sell some stuff. Yeah, Dustin, they shut down the Crew 1 servers. Not only did they shut down the servers, but they didn't even patch in an offline mode. They could have patched in an offline mode, but they didn't do that. Instead, not only did they shut down the servers, but they actually removed the game. A game that people bought from their libraries. They actually took the game out of their libraries. That's some BS right there, man. But yeah, I'm done with Ubi Trash. Okay, what else do we have left? This is Crystal Sulfide, Halo Cores, Shell Puree. Sounds delectable. Okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the Space Anomaly and sell some of this food. Now, I do know that the food items can be used as bait, but we're not going to do that. We're going to sell it. All right, let's go. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Probably going to land on the temperate planet. There seems to be plenty of water there, but you know, we may go to an icy planet or to a super hot planet. Either one, any planet that's got storms on it would be pretty good. The temperate planet might be okay. Let's call up the Space Anomaly. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Let's go. Yeah, I'm going to go talk to the guy with the big chin. So we can sell him some food. Get this crap out of my inventory. So we may very well be stuck on that planet for the remainder of the stream trying to sell fish. Or trying to catch fish, that is. Nice, we got a good parking spot. Okay, let's go find Mr. Triple Chin. Where is he? The dude with like 6 chins. Where is this person? Dustin, no, I do not own it. I have very few driving games in my library. Oh, there he is. Cronus. Mr. I have 6 chins and don't know when to stop eating. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, first of all, let's take a really quick look. We have Terrifying Sample. This is a trade item. This we're going to sell. We don't need to hold on to that. We can sell that. The ice cream we can sell. Halo Cores. These things were fine internet. Damn, those things are worth a lot of money. I didn't realize that. This is a food item. We can sell that for nanites. So I have 2 terrifying samples. What is this? A glowing gem. Terrifying. Okay, never mind. So Mike asks, what do I think about the new Call of Duty? I think if you're a fan of the Call of Duty series, then it's good. I think it's really good. My problem is that it's another live service game. That's my problem. And Mike, I'm assuming that you're old enough to remember when Call of Duty, the original Call of Duty series, focused on the single-player campaign first. Then it had a multiplayer component to it. All of the older Call of Duty games had that. They focused on single-player with a good single-player campaign. Then, of course, they had multiplayer in addition to it. The problem now is that the industry standard requires that these AAA developers and publishers make they make games that focus specifically on the live service component. They're focused on multiplayer. And not just multiplayer, but predatory live service games as a service business practices. Then the single-player campaign is an afterthought. And I just don't like it. Unfortunately, that's the future of gaming now. Most gaming, not all of it, but most. I think the new Call of Duty it's a pretty solid multiplayer game if you like live service games. I'm not a fan of live service titles. Strickler, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. All right, let's present the fish pie. Man, this guy. We only got 40 nanites for that. Strickler, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you today? Hypnotic Eye. Never mind. We're not getting a whole lot in terms of some good stuff, so we're going to hold on to the rest of that. I got to create some space in my inventory before I can do anything else, so let's head back. We can actually go this way. Let's head back to the space station. So yeah, so Mike, you remember those days. That was back when gaming was fun. Back in the old days of the original Xbox, because I've got Call of Duty on the original Xbox. The original first generation Xbox. The one that released over 20 plus years ago. You know, I've got Call of Duty on the Xbox 360. Back then, Activision Blizzard focused on a solid single player campaign, then the multiplayer. Alright, let's go back to the space station. Current system. So Strickler asks, do I remember the PSP? Hey, Strickler, I have two PSPs. I own two of them. I have the PSP 1000 and the PSP 3000, I think. They made three different versions of the same model. I do regret not buying a PS Vita. I wish I could have gotten a PS Vita. But yeah, I have two PSPs. I wish I could have gotten more games for them too. Okay, we need to sell some stuff and get this crap out of my inventory. I'll have to hate myself later. I need the space. Let's start with the Starship. Sell the anomaly detectors. We don't need that. I will hold on to these, the Angler's Diaries. I'm going to hold on to the Hypnotic Eye. This is a trade commodity, so we can sell that. Crystal Sulfide we need. Okay, get rid of the mollusk flesh. This is a food item. We can sell that. Dangling orb. And I have a random microprocessor. Let's sell the silver. We can always get more silver if we need it. Okay. Yeah, Mike, that's absolutely correct. Most modern developers, not even... I'm going to say most AAA developers and publishers are focused on multiplayer. Not all developers, though. First, you got to consider indie developers like Hello Games, the same development team that made this game right here, No Man's Sky. This game is freaking phenomenal, I'm telling you. And when it released, it wasn't that great. But there's a long story behind that. But the team at Hello Games, they stuck with it. They made a stellar game right here. Just like CD Projekt Red. With Cyberpunk 2077. It wasn't a great game when it released, but guess what? It's a stellar game now. And that shows what indie development studios can do, you know, if given the time and resources to do it. And I would argue that these AAA developers, I'm kind of ranting here, but I could argue that AAA developers should take note. They should take note from every one of these indie studios out here that are making games that are blowing their best titles away. Okay? Focus on the single-player campaign first. Okay, then if you want to add multiplayer, you can add multiplayer. No Man's Sky, right here. This is a multiplayer game. But it's a single player game primarily, with multiplayer added onto it. And the team at Hello Games, they knew to focus specifically on the single player campaign of the game, or single player aspect. So, screaming coils, let's get rid of this. We can sell the ice cream, we don't need that. We'll sell the shell puree. Silicate powder, we can get rid of that. Just trying to create some space because we have to go catch fish. Okay, let's go. That gave us some space. Let's go do what we got to do. So Mike says he never owned a PSP. Sadly, only owned a Game Boy Color. I have a Game Boy Color. I have a Game Boy Color sitting in my cabinet over there. Don't ask me how I got it. I found it. So Strickler says, what a weird looking ship. Yeah, I call this the air conditioning hauler because it's got 2 industrial air conditioners attached to it. But that's the funny thing, the cool thing about No Man's Sky, all the ships are weird. Okay, there's water in this direction, let's head there. This is a temperate planet, so I'm not sure if there are going to be any storms. Well, let's land and find out. If not, what we'll do is go to one of the extreme planets in the system. So, Strickler says he might get an El Gato for Christmas. Nice, man. Definitely A. If you get it, I'm using the El Gato HD60X. I love it. Absolutely love it. So whenever you guys see me streaming Grand Theft Auto Online, that's the capture card that I'm using. But the HD60X is, I think it's the best bang for your buck capture card. In my opinion. There are more expensive capture devices out there, but, you know, for the money, you can't beat the El Gato. This water might not be deep enough. Let me land for a second. Hold on a second. Let's see what we got here. So, Cade's Arcade says, I never found my Game Boy Color after moving. Gotta replace that sometime. You know what I wish? I have an original, I gotta look for it, but I have an original Game Boy. I have an original Nintendo Game Boy. I have no games with it. It's funny because I remember distinctly that back in 92, 93, 94 I think it was. Yeah, 1994 that is. I actually sold my Game Boy. And I had regretted it ever since. Well, sometime back in 2005 or 2006, a coworker showed up to work. And apparently he had some of these things in his closet, and he asked me if I wanted one. I said, yes, please. Give me that. Thank you. Where's it? Weather usually mild. Okay, so we're not going to get storms on this planet. Yeah, we got to go to another planet. So I have an original Game Boy. I don't have any games for it. Yeah, Cade's Arcade. You know what I'm talking about, right? I was pissed that I did that. But here it was about 10 or 12 years later. Some guy showed up at work and said, hey, you want this? I said, give me that. Yes, I want that. Give me that. So now let's go to the Icebound planet. So now I have a Game Boy, but I don't have any games for it. And that's perfectly fine. I actually have I got the actual console to play games. I got to find Game Boy games to play next. So I absolutely miss those days. But I also have, for my game collection, or system collection that is, yeah, Mike, exactly. Time does fly. It's almost 2025. I'll be glad when 2025 gets here, personally. I'm not sure if you guys remember the Sega Game Gear. I have the Sega Game Gear White. That needs to be fixed. That's because it just stopped working a couple of weeks after I bought it. I bought that when I first came here to Japan in 1992. And I also have the Atari Lynx. The Atari Lynx version 2.0, actually. If you don't know what the Atari Lynx is, look it up, Google it. It was a pretty beast of a console back in the day. But the problem with the Atari Lynx is that it had a very bad display driver on it. So there is a third-party manufacturer out there that makes an LED. They make an LED display, replacement display for it that doesn't require any soldering work. So it's almost like pop in and play. What I'm trying to do is find some way to source that so I can fix my my Atari Lynx. The deal is that the system power is on. The Atari Lynx will power on, and you could put a game in it, but because the display is bad, you can't really see anything. So I have to replace the display to get it to work. I bought that Atari Lynx in 1991, and it still works. Well, aside from the display problems. So, you know, one day I need to do like a random video on my gaming collection, everything that I own. Just put that up on YouTube and see what happens. Seriously. Because I have quite the gaming console and gaming collection. Okay, what I'm looking for now is some really deep water if we can find it. So the irony is that now that I'm on a frost planet, I'm on a frost planet, an icy planet, waiting for a storm. We're going to be waiting for a long time for a freaking storm. I just know it. I don't think this water is deep enough. It's better to catch these rare fish in deeper water, so let's go to a different part of the planet. Yeah, Kate, that'd be pretty cool to see, wouldn't it? I'm thinking about it. It would take a very long time to put that video together because I got a lot of crap. I'm talking big box PC games from back in the 90s. You guys remember, I'm sure some of you out there are as old as I am, but you remember back in the 90s when you went to like an electronic boutique, which was a premier PC and console gaming store. When you bought a PC game, it came in a big cardboard box with a nice full-color instructions manual. A nice full-color instructions manual in it. You got a bunch of floppy disks. Those were the days. I remember that. I got a bunch of big box PC games. Got the Munchie Show. What's up, stranger? How are you, man? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Let's go to a different part of the planet. I need to find a large body of deep water. Dustin, yes, I own Wing Commander 3 and 4. I have Wing Commander 3 and 4 on PC. So yes, absolutely Wing Commander. Now, the funny thing is that I also have Wing Commander... I have Wing Commander... Wing Commander 1, actually, on the Sega Genesis. So, Waka Waki Paranormal, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hey, there's some old-timers like me out there now. If you're old enough to remember what a big box PC game looks like, you're old. That's all I gotta say. So let's see. Dan Red, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining us. Let's pulse drive out for a bit. I'm trying to find some... Okay, I think we got some good deep water over there. Let's check this out. I'm trying to get away from the land masses. Water's a bit too shallow here. Yo, Draco, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us. Draco just dropped it like it's hot. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat for Draco, who just beat the game. Thank you so much, brother, for that massive donation. Thank you for your generosity and your support, brother. Much appreciated, man. Thank you. There we go. We got some deep water right over here. Perfect. Ooh, we got a blizzard, too. Let's get to fishing. We got a blizzard. And Draco, thank you so much, brother. Good to see you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Perfect. There we go. All right, let's get ready to do this. Let's make sure we've got baits. Yep, we're good to go. Let's try to do this. So Heaven says, I miss the games when games had booklets with the control guide. Yeah, and Heaven, those games also... Those games also came with a story. A background story about the actual game you were playing. Absolutely miss those days. Dustin, the Wing Commander movie sucked. That Wing Commander movie sucked. I know which movie you're talking about. Icy Frozen Water, rare. Okay, that's not what we wanted. Let me refill hazard protection. Gonna have to make some more batteries here soon, I just know it. No, I remember that Wing Commander movie. That movie sucked. First of all, it wasn't canon, and it kind of didn't really make any sense. I mean, I see where they were going with it, but they would have done better just to follow the Wing Commander 4 movie, because guess what? Mark Hamill, so I'm talking Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill was in Wing Commander, he was in the games, Wing Commanders 3 and 4. They should have cast him for that role. But yeah, I absolutely miss the days of big box PC games. Those days, unfortunately, are over. And we can thank Steam, GOG, and Epic for killing it. Because now everything's all digital. If you can find a physical copy of a PC game, let me know. Give me that fish. C-Class, Icy Frozen Waters, Shallow. Okay, nope. So basically I'm fishing for a fish that can only be found in the storm, and so far we've got nothing. So we might be here a while. Take the bait. Got him. Oh man, storm's clearing. Extremely rare. Boo! So we might actually be here a while. We might actually be here a while. So I gotta wait for another storm. Yeah, I need 3 storm fish. Now I know there's a specific type of bait that actually improves your chances of catching a rare storm fish, but I don't feel like making it. Alright, B-Class, Frozen, Uncommon. Okay. So let's see, how much bait do we have? We're probably going to have to make some more bait soon. That just scared the crap out of me. Who was that? We got a new sub. Let's go. So Mark Moreno, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, let's get some 07s out there in chat for our new subscriber. Mark Moreno, thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Odd Ones. That scared the absolute crap out of me. Jeez. Welcome aboard. Thank you for your subscription. Excuse me. So probably going to have to make some new bait here in a minute. But we got to wait for another storm. So what I can do, I'm going to offload some of this stuff into my my boat. Let's call it up. Exocraft, there we go. Summon. Dope. Alright, where's the inventory? Cold storage. Let's see. Well, the fish I can pretty much catch and release. I'm not too concerned with them. Okay. Okay, so this is all... Okay, that's all cold storage. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. Let me take a look. What do we need? Because there's a specific type of bait that will as I fall in the ocean. Thanks, game. I appreciate that. Let's see. There's a specific type of bait that will allow us to catch stormfish. I just don't want to make it. So I think this is, what is this? Yeah, mag pulse. Well, it says magnetic resonator, metal plating, and tritium, which we have. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay. Maybe we'll try to make this. Just didn't want to have to burn up all of my tritium to try to get it, so... Okay. Fair enough. So we'll leave the boat where it is. What we need to do is find a trading outpost or a minor settlement. What we can do is go back to the space station and check. Miss Bonnie, hey, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. How are you? It's good to see you. Welcome to this late night, Friday night, No Man's Sky live stream. Where's the freaking space station? There we go. Well, the space station's in that direction, so let's head toward the space anomaly. And I'm out of gas. Pulse engine. Yeah, gonna have to find some more tritium. Kudo you. What's up, man? How's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I gotta find a an asteroid field. 'Cause I'm running low on tritium. So who else do we have out there in chat? Oh, Miss Bonnie, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for joining us. Seriously, I hope you feel better. So Martin Lefebvre, hey, thanks for joining us. How are you today? Good to see you. Hey, well, I thank you for watching that video, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad that video worked for you, man. Thank you so much. Aggression77, what's up, brother? How are you, man? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for joining us today. Just playing a little bit of late night No Man's Sky. Now, the funny thing is that when I need... Yeah, when I need a freaking asteroid field, I can't find one. But when I don't need one, there's an asteroid field like right in my face. All right. Normally, when you see random asteroids like this, that's suggests the start of an asteroid field, but I swear I don't see one. Wait, hold it. There might be one popping in. David Markham, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are you today? Just playing a little bit of late night No Man's Sky. Something different from the chaos that is Grand Theft Auto. All right. Okay. Let us head back toward Space Anomaly. So what I'm trying to do right now is make this special bait needed to catch the stormfish so that we can finish this ridiculous expedition. And I will admit this expedition has been a ton of fun. A little grindy, but it's been fun nonetheless. Ah, there's the space station. Now, I can probably make the components needed to make the bait, but I'm missing some components to make the components, so we got to go to the space station. Oh, okay, asking you shall receive. There's an asteroid field right next to the space station. Thanks, game. I appreciate this. So basically what I'm doing is playing old school asteroids in 3D. No, I'm farming for tritium, and tritium is Starship fuel, or pulse engine fuel, specifically. Plus, I need tritium to make this bait, this rare bait. And I swear, it always seems like I'm running out of tritium. Hey, Martin, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I've often been told that I have a face made for radio and a voice to match. So if that makes any sense, that's probably why. But I do appreciate that. All right. Okay, space station. We should have enough tritium now. Got the Munchie Show says. Got to make that Carolina do good. Exactly. Do good, rig lore. That's what we got to do, man. That's what we got to do. And yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Yeah, we got to make that rare bait. Where the crap is the space station? Where'd the space station go? There it is. All right. We made it. Sort of. Alright, there we go. Dustin says, too bad that you do not have a tritium recrystal to make better warp fuel. Well, there are different kinds of pulse engine fuel. You got different types of propulsion in No Man's Sky. You've got your standard boost engine. You got your launch thruster, which requires launch thruster fuel or uranium. Then you've got pulse engine fuel, which is tritium or pyrite. And for your warp engine, your hyperdrive engine, there's only one fuel for that. You got to make antimatter. Okay, so let's see if we can find some of the materials that we need. We got some hyperclusters in here first. Let's break those down. All right. Take care of that. Break that down. All right. Okay, so let's take a look. Hold on. What do I need to make? Because I think I can craft some of those components. Let's take a look. I might as well sell the fish. I don't need them. Let's see. Yep. Magnetic resonator. So magnetized ferrite. How much magnetized? Okay, so I've got 90. Okay, so we can actually make 2 of those. We've got ionized cobalt. And we needed 1 metal plating. Okay, so that was, let's see, baits. It makes 20. Okay, so that should be enough. I kind of want to make another one. So God the Munchie Show says, I forget which fishing game I was playing, but bait options included bread and hot dogs. Hey, fish will eat just about anything. I remember one person telling me a very long time ago that if you're using bait to catch fish, if the bait doesn't stink, a fish won't eat it. There's probably some truth to that. Okay. So we've got that. We made it. Okay, nice. Let's see if we can make another one. Let's see if we have enough to make more. Okay, so we're missing what? 1 metal plating, yep. There we go. Alright, so now we got the special bait, so we should be good to go. Let's sell some of these fish, shall we? Get this stuff out of my inventory. Sell. The crystal sulfide is kind of valuable, so I'm going to hold on to that. So let's get rid of the refill. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of the frostbite ray. I have to keep the old boot for some reason. Don't ask me why. Alright. Starship. Let's go. Back to the planet. And I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Peanut butter and mayo. Bruh. That is blasphemy right there. If you're someone who eats peanut butter and mayo, you're going to have a hard time on the toilet the following day. That's if you can even keep it down. Let's go. And again, thank you guys so much for joining us. This is a late night No Man's Sky live stream. Let's head towards... Let's go back to that ringed planet. Since we've got the bait, we should be able to get what we need. There we go. So just to let everybody know, the event weekend Grand Theft Auto Online sucks. Oh, get out of here. Let's see. Cargo scan deflector. Oh, yeah? Alright, we got to murk out some people. Let's do it. Well, I think I bought shields. Get wrecked. Alright, one down. Who else wants some? There he is. Get wrecked, filthy pirate. Give me your stuff. He drop anything? Yeah, he did. I'll take that. Get wrecked. Okay. Yep, this is Ocean. Now, when I needed this stupid asteroid field, I couldn't find it. There's one right outside the planet. Oh my god. Thanks, game. I appreciate it. Alright, we just murked out some pirates. Yeah, Martin Lefebvre, exactly. The thought doesn't sound very appetizing. But hey, to each his own. So let's head to some some deep water, and we'll try this again. But we got to wait for a storm, so we will wait for a storm. But usually in these extreme planets, storms come every 5 minutes or so. So we've just got to sit tight for a bit. Let's find some deep enough water. That's pretty deep. Okay, let's park over here. We'll sit tight for a minute. Now, something else I can do while I'm waiting is make some batteries. So let's do that. Excuse me. Okay, craft more. There we go. Let's make some batteries. We'll probably need those. And what else do we got? Hey, I thought I sold that fish. Man, the black-eyed shark. That shark's going to have a black eye. Let me put that in the Starship. Oh, inventory's full. What the crap is in my ship? Oh, that's what's in my ship. Ooh, those things are worth a lot of money. those things are worth a lot of money. Okay, I did not know that. All right, never mind. So Cade's Arcade asks, do I like kimchi? No, I do not. Fermented cabbage with hot stuff on it? No, I do not. But I will say this. My wife and son eat the crap out of some kimchi. I can't stand it. Kimchi is a good probiotic. Kimchi is a very good probiotic. But, again, I can't eat it, so no, I can't stand it. Okay. Let's see. Let's release. Get out of here. Nice, we got 110 nanites for that. What else? Anything? Alright, well, I mean, that's going to have to do for the time being. Everything else I kind of need. Okay, so basically we're waiting for a storm. So Wacky Wacky says, or Wacka Wacky says, I tried No Man's Sky years ago but couldn't get used to the game. I'm too dumb for menus and hard for my... Well, you know what? I think if you tried No Man's Sky now... What the crap? What's going on over here? If you... Excuse me, sorry about that. If you tried No Man's Sky now, it's a remarkably different game. When No Man's Sky first released, there was no tutorial. There was nothing to guide you through, but if you play it now, there's a tutorial, a beginner's tutorial, called the Artemis Story Quest, which will literally teach you how to play the game. So it's a remarkably different game. And we're also talking about, it shows you how to use menus and everything else. So, but it's definitely a remarkably better game. So what I'm doing right now is waiting for a storm. So, Kudo Yu asks if I tried kimchi in South Korea. No, I tried kimchi when I got here to Japan. I tried kimchi here in Japan, and I only need to try it once to know that I don't like it. I mean, there are certain foods that you can eat one time and say, nope, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to do it again. But I will say that kimchi, excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Kimchi is a very good probiotic. And probiotics are very good for intestinal health and digestion and everything else, but I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it, I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it again. So. Infrequent blizzards. I need frequent blizzards. Where's the blizzard? I need a storm. So we may have to go to another planet. Are there any other extreme planets in this star system? Let's take a look. Discoveries. Arid. Temperates. This is where we are now, and this one is abandoned. Nope. This is the only planet in the star system, so we're going to chill here for a while. Let's hope we get lucky. So, yeah, you agree with me? Can't stand kimchi? Yeah, it depends. Of course, if you get the real deal Korean kimchi, I'm sure it's going to taste remarkably different than the kimchi that's sold here in Japan. But to me, fermented cabbage is all fermented cabbage. I'll take a hard pass. It's just like, you guys know what Korean barbecue is. We call it yakiniku here in Japan, but Korean barbecue is fastly becoming popular in the States. Guess what? The only real Korean barbecue, the best Korean barbecue, is the kind that you get in Korea, in South Korea. The Korean barbecue here in Japan is good. The Korean barbecue in South Korea is better. So Kuroyu asks, what about natto? I've tried natto and can't eat it. I can't eat it. It's fermented soybeans. fermented soybeans, and I can't get past the taste or the smell. But again, something about that fermentation process where it makes it a very good probiotic. Very good probiotic. So it's extremely healthy, but smelling it and looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell. And yes, I've tried it and I can't eat it. So Waka Wacky says, I'm missing out on these Oriental foods because I'm in the UK. All I get is baked beans and toast. Hey, don't sleep on the baked beans. Listen, I love me some baked beans, man. I love me some baked beans. And baked beans are extremely healthy. I mean, depending on how they're prepared, they're extremely healthy. Oh, we got a storm coming up. We got a storm. All right. Oh, here we go. Let's recharge our hazard protection. All right, let's do it. So, Kudo, you ask, what Japanese foods do I like? I'm a huge fan of tonkatsu, katsudon. There's so many that I can't really name, but I'm a huge fan of all of it. I like ramen. We got a fish. Hold it. Please be a stormfish. Okay, that is not what I needed. Got the Munchie Show says he won't eat baked beans ever again. I love me some baked beans. Good fiber, good protein. I mean, they got to be cooked just right, of course. Okay. We got one. That's one. We need two more. We just got one. We need two more. So Got the Munchie Show says when he was 10, he went camping and raccoons stole everything the first night. That sounds like the job of raccoons, doesn't it? Ah. Hey, Strickler, congrats on that, bro. Congrats on that. Look forward to seeing it. Come on, take the bait. Take the bait. We don't have much time. Take the bait. Got him. Please be the fish we need. Nope. Stupid octopus. Man, this storm's going to be over. We only got one fish. And I'm getting seasick. Okay. Frozen waters. Yeah, inventory is getting full again. Oh. And guys, just to let everyone know, Strickler is a fellow content creator. You guys go over, check him out, show him some love. Alright, A-class rare. Man, this is some BS. I only got one fish. I got one stormfish. How much bait do we have left? Well, I mean, at least we got one. We got one. So how much bait do we have left? Okay, 33. So not bad. Not bad. So it's like we've got a 1 in 3 chance of catching these things. Attracts storm-loving fish. Well, that sucks. All right. We need to catch and release. So we got to wait for another storm. That absolutely sucks. So hope you guys are all doing well. We are fishing. We're trying to get the last. We need 2 more stormfish. We need 2 more stormfish, and we got to wait for another storm. Fortunately, storms come around every 5 or 10 minutes or so. So we're going to sit right here and wait, and I'm going to look at the chat. That's what we're going to do. So I think it's about time. This is the part of the live stream where we need to start talking about food. You know, looking at all these fish, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm getting the urge for some deep fried salmon. I could go for either some pan fried salmon or deep fried salmon with salt, pepper, a little bit of breading on it. Give me a slice of lemon. A slice of lemon, hey, I could go for that right now. And because I live in Japan, somebody give me a bowl of hot white rice to go with it. Dustin says he had wheat puffs for brunch. Wheat puffs sounds really healthy. Sounds really healthy. So Strickler says zesty taco chips. Don't sleep on the taco chips. Got the Munchie Show says, I'm going to need some extra cocktail and tartar sauce. Yeah, definitely some extra tartar sauce. And don't sleep on the tartar sauce, by the way. Let me hop in the ocean and release some of these fish. I mean, 30,000 is pretty good money, but I mean, I need the space. Get rid of the hypnotic octopus, or as we call our band. Get rid of this one. And get rid of the eel. Alright. That's a good way to earn nanites. Where the crap is my ship? There it is. Okay, we're going to wait for another storm. So strictly, you may want to refresh your browser. Stream's looking okay on my end. I'm watching a replay of it, and everything seems to be okay. So I'm not seeing any lag. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We are fishing. We're waiting for a storm. And just to give you an idea, we have exactly 2 more fish left to catch. We got 2 more fish before we can end this expedition. We only need 2 more. That's it. 2 more stormfish. Kudo you. Yes, sir. Some of the best eats are the hidden sushi bars. Yeah. Now, I'll say this. If you're someone who doesn't want to spend a whole lot of money, for example, then you can go to like the Kaiten Sushis here in Japan, where you know they have the rotating or the rotating sushi bars where the chefs will actually put the sushi on like a rotating conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt will literally spin around the bar, and you simply pick the sushi that you want off the bar, and that's basically what you're paying for. And they're extremely cheap. It's like 100 yen a plate. It's like 100 yen a plate. So based on the exchange rate, you're paying like 75 or 78 cents a plate for some sushi. Now, of course, it adds up after a while, and I can put back some sushi. But I'll tell you what, it's worth it. Now, you are correct. I agree with you that if you go to like one of those high-dollar sushi restaurants, you're going to get the absolute best experience. Because you're not just paying for the food, you're also paying for the experience. So, to that, I would absolutely agree. Dustin says it's more like $1 Canadian. It depends. Remember that here in Japan, sushi is not a delicacy. It's a normal food staple. But sushi is gourmet food in other countries. So that's why it's expensive in Canada and even in the States. There we go. I have to mute the audio on occasion only because I have to cough. So I do apologize for that. But we're waiting for the next storm. We got 1 stormfish. We need 2 more. Let me make sure I've got that marked. All right. So we're just waiting for a storm. And yeah, you were including the exchange rate for, and well, same thing. It's the same thing. It's even with the exchange rate, you still have to consider duty and import fees and everything else. Plus, you know, like I said, something like sushi is commonplace here in Japan, so it's not expensive. But overseas, yeah, it's really expensive. It's a gourmet food. It's like going to like the Yoshinoyas, like the gyudon restaurants that are commonplace here in Japan, super cheap. In the States, they're ridiculously expensive because guess what? It's Japanese fast food, so it's very expensive. So Aggression 77 says, I'm still on the fence about this game, just don't know I would have the time. Well, Aggression 77, it does take a while to get into it. It does take a while to get into it. But once you get into No Man's Sky, it's a fun game. It is. The game is really fun. But again, it's not a game that'll necessarily hold your hand. So if you have it on Xbox Game Pass, for example, where you've got like an entire library of games, I say try it on Game Pass before buying it. And I'm also thinking about making a best start series for No Man's Sky. The reason I haven't done it yet is because this game is constantly getting updates, and every time there's a major content update or expedition update, I got to start the series all over again because major things have changed. Gameplay mechanics have changed, so I got to start the whole series over again. But more than likely, after I finish this expedition, I'm going to I'll look at making a best start series. Okay, we're still waiting for a storm, so while we're waiting, we'll just get caught up on getting caught up on chat. So Kuro Yu asks, do I go to Okinawa? I've been to Okinawa 5 times. Absolutely love Okinawa. You talk about white beaches all over the place. White beaches, beautiful sand, nice clear blue water. Okinawa is like the Hawaii of Japan, basically. I absolutely love Okinawa. Been there 5 times. Kuroyu says, I plan on dying in Okinawa. It's a nice place. Okinawa is a very nice place. Yeah, I personally don't know where I would retire. But I know my wife and kid, they like the nice hot weather. Not me. Not me. I don't like the nice hot weather. I don't like it. Okinawa is not just hot. It's ridiculously humid. So Kuroyu, you were stationed there for 3 years. When I was in the Navy back in the 90s, early 90s that is, I visited Okinawa 5 times. Loved it every time. So, absolutely beautiful place. You know what? I'm half tempted to go to another star system. This is ridiculous. This planet's got like the worst record for storms. Tell you what, when we get another storm, if I don't catch 2 fish during the next storm, we're going to go to another star system and try a completely different planet. So we're waiting. Basically, we're waiting for a storm. Yeah, Strickler. Oki, that sushi restaurant is probably shorthand for Okinawa. So Draco says he wants to go to Osaka. Osaka's another beautiful city. They're kind of hardcore down there. But I mean, as long as you got your head on your shoulders and you're not doing anything ridiculous, you should be good to go. And the only reason I say that is because I'm not sure if you guys remember who freaking Johnny Somali is. He was some kick streamer who went to Osaka and caused a whole bunch of trouble. He caused a whole bunch of trouble in Osaka. Normally I don't talk about other content creators here, but because I live in Japan, basically he put, simply because of his actions, he put a lot of foreigners in a bad light. So you got to be on your P's and Q's when you go to like Osaka. When you go to southern parts of Japan, you got to be on your P's and Q's. In other words, don't do anything that you wouldn't do anywhere else. But you know, this kick streamer was basically, he's lucky he's not sitting in Japanese jail right now. That's basically how bad it is, how much trouble he got into. Because you better believe when they arrested him and they put him in jail, they were going to make an example out of him. So he's lucky he got away with it. Kudo you, exactly. That is absolutely true, especially following service member incidents. The fundamental problem here in Japan is that there tend to be a lot of service member incidents. Tomboy, how's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to reload my restore point to see if we can get a storm going. Let's reload that. Yeah, this week in Grand Theft Auto is trash. It's trash. So it's to be expected. Waka Wacky. Yeah, it is common sense to behave. The problem, of course, is that you've got these IRL kick streamers that don't have any common sense. They don't know how to act, basically. They don't know how to act, and they unfortunately tend to put all of us in a bad light. Now, let me be clear about something. Japan and Japanese people in general are nice people. Okay, they're nice people. They're welcoming, they're accepting, and everything else. But at the same time, you got to respect the culture. Don't be a complete total idiot. You know, if you respect the people and you respect their culture, they'll respect you in return. That's what it's all about. But these IRL kick streamers don't care about that, and they're only in it for clout. So they come over here and do stupid stuff. And as was the case with Johnny Somali, he ended up in jail and almost found himself with a pretty stiff prison sentence. Kudo you. No, you're correct. It's not many, but when it happens, it happens. And you know why it happens, right? We used to have more incidents back when I was in the Navy back in the 90s than you see now. And that's just because Japan is still an occupied country, occupied by U.S. military forces. Sure, there's a mutual defense treaty, but the U.S. forces have been here in Japan since the end of World War II. So that's why it's a hot button topic. And it's a huge political issue when a U.S. service member finds themselves on the receiving end of Japanese news, or they find themselves in trouble. Or not even a U.S. service member, anybody who is associated or affiliated with the U.S. government, for that matter, here in Japan. So that's why it's a hot button issue. It's usually politically incorrect for someone who's affiliated with the U.S. government to get in trouble here. And I'm being polite when I say that. That was the biggest fish I've ever seen. Look at the size of that thing. Where's the storm? Jeez. Yeah, exactly. It's a diplomatic-related incident. It's not only that, but it could potentially be an international incident because, again, we're talking about two sovereign countries. Okay, the United States and Japan. So whenever an incident like that happens here, it makes huge publicity because guess what? It's not politically convenient for the U.S. to even be here right now. And I'm talking U.S. Military forces. So when something goes wrong concerned with a U.S. service member, it usually goes wrong badly. It's usually really bad. And we're still waiting for a storm. We might go to another planet. Let's give it a few more minutes and maybe we'll hit up another planet. Or go to another star system. No other planets in this star systems have water or storms for that matter. So we may end up having to go to another star system. But yeah, those incidents used to happen a long time back in the day. Back when I was in the Navy. They were really bad back then. Well, Dustin, what we're going to do is go to probably a hostile world, but it has to be a hostile world with water. It can't just be a random planet. Because there are many hostile worlds out there with no water, but you can't fish if there's no water, right? So... Well, I mean, this is one of those times where I wish I had a nice cold, ice cold Coca-Cola and some chicken wings. Oh my goodness! Any day now, game. Yeah, we have one of the 3 stormfish that we need, and this is a storm planet. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. We're out of here. So Dranko asks, what flavor wings? Hey, I could go for some buffalo wings, but in general, I take my wings al fresco, man. Al fresco. Just throw some salt, pepper, throw some breading on those mofos, and deep fry them. Nothing really special. I can always put ranch dressing on them later on. Just give me some salt, pepper, some breading, and like I said, I'm good to go. I'm a happy person. Okay, we're going to go to a different star system. Okay, let's take a look, see what we've got. That's a Korvax system with water. Okay, Viking system with water. Hey, excuse me, anything closer? Okay, that one says visited. Okay, that one's got water, but... Okay, you know what? Let's go back there. We'll go back there. Let's see what's going on. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this late night No Man's Sky Friday night. Freighter battle. Where the crap is the space station? I ain't got time for this. Yeah, we'll just skip the freighter battle because I'm not equipped to fight pirates. Where's the freighter? Yeah, if you land... Okay, you know what? Oh, there it is. There's a freighter right there. If you land on the capital ship, you can usually stop the freighter battle, but I can't find the appropriate capital ship. Is this it? I hope. Yeah, that was it. Okay, problem solved. We're not equipped to fight a heavy pirate battle, so we're not even going to try. All right. Let's see what we've got for this system. Discoveries. So we've got fiery planet. Okay. Spined. Infested. Barren. Paradise. Okay, we don't want to go to the Paradise planet. This is... Star Phosphor. Okay. Alright, let's find that fiery planet and hope there's water on it. Okay, Spine planet. Okay, fiery. I am not seeing any water on that planet. It's got aggressive sentinels too. Okay. This was the wrong star system to hyperspace jump to. This was the wrong system. Let's go to the Korvax system. Yeah, that was the wrong star system. I need an extreme planet with water on it. And it can be any type of extreme planet. But it has to have water. I see a planet with water. Let's hope it's extreme. What do we got? Okay, supercritical. We can probably go to that planet. This one is Quagmire, Rotting, and Irradiated. All right. Let's take a closer look if we can see. What do we got here?
Hostile scan detected.
Seriously?
Warning. Threat detected.
Man, I gotta fight these dudes again. Okay, that is a Quagmire planet. Not sure. So, oh, it's only one pirate? Bro, you're about to get wrecked. We got one pirate. Where is he? This dude's about to get smoked. Boom! Get wrecked. Actually, let's go to the space station. I gotta sell some stuff. There it is. Is that our planet? Okay, Rotting. It ain't that one. Okay, what planet is this? This one is Irradiated. But I'm not seeing any water. It's probably behind that planet. It would be just my luck. Okay. By the way, guys, if you haven't done so, please do me a massive favor. Hit that like button. It helps out the channel a ton. I'm having the absolute worst of luck catching the last few fish that I need. Last couple of fish. I only need 2 more. Oh, we need to go downstairs. Here we go. Alright, so Starship. We want to sell... Sell the silver. Hold on to the trident key. Get rid of the mealworms. We don't need that. That's just taking up space. I'm going to sell the chlorine. Keep the gold. Get rid of the pirate transponders. Do not sell the tritium. Get rid of the microprocessor. Okay, get rid of the Viking effigy. We don't need those. What the crap is that? Oh, okay, sell this. Alright, that's better. Oh. A needle nose fighter with quasar wings. Very interesting. Okay. That's an ugly ship, by the way. Alright. So, we cleared out some inventory space. Let's see if we can find the right planet. We only need 2 more fish. It's not the irradiated planet. We know that already. It's this planet right here. Supercritical. High sentinel activity. Let's see if we can find it. First of all. Okay, Rotting. I'm willing to bet it's the planet right behind this one. Let's take a look. Yeah, we spent the better part of 30 to 45 minutes standing on the ship waiting for a storm. Okay, that's a supercritical planet. Let's hope there's some water. And hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for joining us on this late night No Man's Sky live stream. It is 1:16 a.m. for me. You know, I'm trying to finish this expedition so that I can get back to traditional starship hunting. That's what I kind of wanted to do. Distress signal, don't care. We are busy. Okay, this planet appears... Yep, no water. Man, what do you want? It's a Sentinel Interceptor. Data purge failed. Attempting data purge. Sentinel Interceptor? That is... okay. Nothing to fear. Strange. Very strange. Offer assistance. Before I can respond, the ship is gone. Sentinel Interceptor signature recorded. Ship appears to be in distress. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm not seeing any water on that planet. How much hyperdrive fuel do we have? Okay, pulse engine, hyperdrive. Okay, we got enough for a couple of more jumps, so... Galaxy map. Actually, we don't even need to do all this. We don't even need to do all this. Let's stop. Back out. Let's back out. Let's go back to the space station. As a matter of fact, let me reload the restore point. Let's go back to the space station. I'm doing this the hard way. Let's go back. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Let's go back to the space station and use the teleporter. George, what's up? How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. JT Azar 7, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, we're streaming some late night No Man's Sky. Having the worst of luck ever fishing. Absolute worst of luck ever. So let's go back to the space station, use the space station's teleporter to go back to one of the other rendezvous points. And we can try one of the other planets at one of the rendezvous. I do believe that Phase 2... Yeah, Phase 2 had a fiery planet with a superheated storm, so we could probably go there. That's if the game ever loads. So right now we're in the loading screen. Hey George, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. And guys, yes, if you haven't done so, please do me a massive favor. Hit that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. So we're in the infinite loading screen of death. Give it a second. So I may have to hop out and restart the app. We'll find out here. This has never really happened before. Oh my God. Worst luck ever. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the game is frozen. Give me 1 second. Let me see here. Let me transition for just a minute. Okay, that's button number 2. Here we go. Yeah, it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? I'm going to transition for just a second. I got to hop out to desktop. Oops. The wrong keyboard. Let's do this. And give me 1 second, peeps. Okay. Okay, we're going to close that app. And I got to restart. So let's relaunch. There we go. Let's try that. Hey, we got a new sub. Let's go. That scared the crap out of me, by the way. Give me a second. Let's wait for the game to launch. There we go. Thank you to our new subscriber. Let's see if we can get back in. Life with Joe. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Odd Ones, everybody. Let's get some 07s out there in chat right now for our new subscriber, Life with Joe. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Odd Ones. Welcome aboard. All right, let's try this again, shall we? So Dustin asks, have you had a chance to install Cyberpunk 2077? No, I haven't bought Cyberpunk 2077 yet. Cyberpunk 2077, with its expansion, is a very expensive game. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but it's very expensive. It ain't cheap. Plus, I got to find time to play it too, so... Okay. Okay, where's the... Let's go back to the space station. So, never thought it would take this long to catch 2 fish. Oh my god, this is terrible. So let's try this again. So what we're going to do is go back to phase 2, head to the fiery planet. I think there were more storms on that planet. I think. There we go. What does this person want? Trader appears to be keen to do business. What do you want? Okay, so Korvax, he's selling dirt. I don't need dirt. Doesn't really have anything that I want. Okay, goodbye. Hey, Streamlabs, behave yourself out there. So, all right. There we go. Oh my goodness, that was painful. It's the first time I'd ever seen a red ring of death. The infinite loading screen. So we are like on the precipice of finishing this expedition. Yeah, I think he was willing to sell a ship. I can't remember. Typically, you could buy ships from traders, but we don't need to talk to that thing. This is where we need to go. Usually not while they're in flight. Space stations. We want to go back to Rendezvous 2. And I know that there is a fiery, excuse me, a fiery planet in Rendezvous 2 that we can go to. Hopefully with some storms. The funny thing is that when you're not looking for a storm, there's like a storm every 5 minutes. When you don't need it, or when you need a storm, you got to wait 10 minutes. Okay, let's try this again. And let's check discoveries. Baron, Turid, Marshy. It's the Turid planet. That's where we have to go. There we go. And hopefully I can get this done and we can be finished with this expedition, and during the next live stream for No Man's Sky we can get back to traditional starship hunting. Sorry about that. Alright, let's try this again. Somebody has a base named Subnautica. Okay, that's original. Alright. Let's hope the water is deep enough. There we go. We got some deep water over there. That's where we need to go. There we go. Alright. Now we got to wait for another storm. It says superheated gas pockets. So we're going to sit tight and wait for a storm. That's what we're waiting for. Another storm. So when you want a storm, they never come. They never come. When you don't need a storm, they're always in your face. There's like always a storm happening. I bet if this were Calypso Galaxy, there'd be a storm every 2 seconds. Dustin, the game won't allow you to do that. That's not part of the game mechanic. You cannot fully submerge the ship in water. That's just not physically possible in this game. One thing about No Man's Sky is that the ship functions and everything else are ship controls, that is. Flight controls are very arcadey. This is not a starship simulator. If this were an actual starship or space simulation type game, then yeah, you probably would be able to crash into the water, but that's not what this is. If this were like either Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous, then absolutely. You know, where you have to manage and manipulate starship controls. You got to engineer certain things. This is none of that. This is a very arcadey, laid-back experience. So we're waiting for the next storm. Make sure that's marked. So hope you guys are all doing well. We are waiting for a storm. It's funny because I managed to pull one of the 3 stormfish that I needed. On the ice planet, if you will. But I swear, the storms are just way too infrequent. Yes, this. It says superheated gas pockets. So yeah, this is definitely a storm planet, but we just have to be patient. So we're going to wait for a storm. And I hope you guys are all doing well out there. We are waiting for a storm. This is absolutely absurd. But it almost makes no sense to go to another planet at this point. Because I'll run into the same problem. Some planets have storms more frequently than others, but this is definitely a storm planet. So we're going to sit tight here and just wait. Be patient. And I mean, we are almost finished with this expedition. Almost finished. There are literally 2 fish left that I have to catch. So who out there in chat who plays Grand Theft Auto, who out there is looking forward, not looking forward to, but is enjoying this week, this event week in Grand Theft Auto? I'm not. Not a good event week at all. The this emphasis on this new game mode, Assault on ATT 16. If you're someone who likes the PvP aspect of Grand Theft Auto, then I guess it's okay. I just don't like PvP in Grand Theft Auto. It's not that great. It's just that the PvP mechanic is not good. So Kudo Yu says, another week of not playing GTA. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Unfortunately, because content creation is my job, I don't have a choice. so I got to find something to make content for next week. So Sunday, I mean, obviously we've got a live stream tomorrow. Sunday, I'm going to do the Make Millions video, the best ways to make millions during this event week. Monday, probably a car customization and review. Maybe a good old episode of Flipping Cars. But there really isn't much to do during this event week. Attack on ATT 16 or Assault on ATT 16, I could really care less about. Yeah, Cade's Arcade, exactly. You're not missing anything. I don't understand why, aside from the idea that Rockstar is probably, like I mentioned in my weekly update, tempering expectations for the upcoming October events. That's my guess. And usually, for the entire month of September, we're getting business bonuses, but there are 4 businesses that we have yet to see on bonus for September. The Acid Lab, Vehicle Import Export, Salvage Yard, and there's one more. Oh, Air Freight Cargo. So I think Rockstar is going to pad those out over the course of the next month. But in October, of course, we've got the October updates or October events that Rockstar is going to focus on. So I'm not going to get my hopes up on any other business bonuses, because you know Rockstar is going to emphasize this new game mode that's taking place. That's taking place in North Yankton, in the North Yankton map. So they're going to emphasize that. Yeah, Cade's Arcade. I haven't seen a Panther statue in over a year. In well over a year. It'll be, I'll tell you what, this December or November, which is typically heist month, it'll be 2 years since I've seen the Panther statue in Grand Theft Auto. Okay, we're just waiting for a storm. I knew this one would be the most difficult. I knew it. I knew this would be the most difficult one to get. Yeah, Cade's Arcade, do you actually remember when Rockstar gave us like 5 times cash and RP on convenience store robberies? They actually gave us bonus money on convenience store robberies. I saw that event week and said, Rockstar has reached an all-time low. Seriously? 5 times cash and RP on convenience store robberies. Yeah, George, I know what you mean. I kind of wish I had those bounties again. I kind of wish the bounties would come back. But Rockstar typically does this. So what I think is going to happen now is that the new game mode, this survival mode in the North Yankton map, will probably be released when the new GTA Plus event month releases, mid-October. So I think before we hit mid-October, we may see another one or two more business bonuses. Maybe. And I want to stress maybe. Because when this new game mode releases, Rockstar is going to focus specifically on that game mode. They'll want as many players as possible playing that new game mode. What the crap? Where's the storm? Oh my god, this is painful. Yeah, we may have to wait till the next live stream to actually finish this. Seriously. Only because it's like 1:36 a.m. for me, and it is getting late. I wasn't expecting this to take this long. Yeah, no storms. Yeah, we're not going to wait around. Okay, we did land on the station, so what we can do... Yeah, no storms. Let's, option. Let's reload restore point. So, as it turns out, apparently that frost planet was probably the best one, the best planet to be on. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, we've been sitting here for about 10 minutes waiting and no storms. George, yeah, the North Yankton survival mode will absolutely beat out the assault on ATT-16. And that's because the survivals are solo player friendly. Typically they're solo player friendly. So you don't need additional players. This is ridiculous. So what is this guy doing, following me around? Alright, we're out of here. Unbelievable. This storm has, or this planet has storms on it, but we're not getting any storms. We're not having any luck. Alright, let's try one more thing. Let's try one more thing, and afterwards, this is unfortunately going to have to wait. Hot water with enormous fish. Interesting. That's a barren planet with aggressive sentinels. Let's take a really quick pit stop. Let's see what's on this planet. Maybe we can fly right into a storm. Unbelievable. This is the worst luck I've ever had catching fish. Unbelievable. Let's land for a second. Parched, sentinels zealous. Parched sand. Yeah, lady, I get it. Extreme Sentinel Planet. As long as we stay away from land, sentinels shouldn't bother us. I say shouldn't. So, parched sands. So George says, from what I've played, that ATT 16 game mode is not for my liking, and I like PvP when I'm feeling it. Yeah, I understand. I don't like PvP in Grand Theft Auto. And that's just because the PvP game mechanics in Grand Theft Auto are broken. Okay, yep, this planet's not it. And that's just because Grand Theft Auto Online is not a purpose-built PvP game. It's not designed for it, but the developers coded it as such so that the game could do PvP if that's what you wanted. Even though it's not a good PvP game out of the box. Red Man, what's up, brother? How are you, bro? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you, brother. How are you today? We're just having the worst of luck fishing. Kind of like my luck in real life, believe it or not. Let's take a really quick look. Space station. So we're at Rendezvous 2. We were just at Rendezvous 5. Rendezvous 3. 4 planets, 1 moon. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's go back to Rendezvous 5 and let's go back to that ice planet. Red Man, I'm doing well, brother. Doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's go back to Rendezvous 5. We know that there's a storm planet there. The storms are just really infrequent. Yeah, we're just playing some No Man's Sky, having the worst of luck ever fishing. I need 2 more storm fish. And for the life of me, this game is giving me the worst RNG. Terrible. Alright, let's go back to the icebound planet. Excuse me. It's the one with the rings on it. Which is on the other side of the station. There we go. There we go. George, no, fishing is legal in Japan. It's legal. Now, there are of course, designated spots, excuse me, designated spots for fishing. And, I mean, you can buy a single-day fishing license to fish in Japan. As a matter of fact, I took my son fishing in 2022, I think. Just about 2 years ago, we went to the Yokohama seaport, and we were fishing down there. You can get like a single-day fishing license. But fishing in Japan is perfectly legal. All right. Okay, well this water is going to have to be deep enough. And it doesn't appear that it is. Well, we got to wait for a storm anyway, so... Me, I haven't caught any fish here recently. But I think the biggest thing was a mahi-mahi. Blind Richie, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. How are you today? I think the biggest thing I ever caught was probably a mahi-mahi. And they can get pretty big. The funny thing is that mahi-mahi is a hot water... Well, it's a warm water fish. And mahi-mahi is actually really good if you plan on deep frying it. Pan frying or deep frying or cooking it, if you will. Because it's a warm water fish, it's not a very fatty fish, which means that it doesn't really have enough flavor to eat as sashimi or raw fish. So what we're doing is standing around waiting for a storm. We're still waiting for a storm. Now, I know for a fact that this planet actually has storms. Cade's Arcade. Okay, brother, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us, man. Take care of yourself and God bless to you, bro. We'll see you next time. Let's make sure we have that thing marked. Yep. It's marked. So we're going to sit tight and wait for a storm. Okay, we got the right bait. So we're just going to wait for a storm. Worst experience ever. Yeah, this may have to wait until, and I want to say wait until the next No Man's Sky live stream. It's 1:49 a.m. for me, so I'm going to wrap this up soon. Unbelievably bad luck. So Blind Richie, this is Rendezvous 5. This is Rendezvous 5. So I've got one milestone remaining, and I only need 2 more fish, 2 more stormfish for this milestone. I know some people have said it's taken them a couple of hours. It's taken them a couple of hours to get these stupid fish. So this could actually take a while. So I think what I would have to do is start the live stream a little earlier. Because the storms on this planet are very infrequent. When they hit, but I swear, I've been standing here, I stood here for like 30 minutes at one time. Nothing. So you had your kid go back to Rendezvous 2 and hang out on the storm planet, and he was done in 5 minutes. Yeah, I went back to Rendezvous 2. There was a turret planet at Rendezvous 2. And that's where I got my hot fish. And I know for a fact that hot planet, that turret planet, has storms on it. But for whatever reason, we were just there for about 20 minutes. Not a single storm. Very frustrating, I'm going to tell you. All I want to do is fish. But of course, because I'm limited on inventory space, I just can't catch anything. I got to wait. I got to be patient. So, Blind Richie, since you're here, let me ask you a question. What did you do with the angler, the legendary angler fish, or cuttlefish, whatever this thing is, the octopus? Did you release it? Did you sell it? What did you do with it? Did you release it? And when you released it, what happened? Yes, it's a blizzard. We finally have a blizzard. Finally. I have to wait until here we can cast. Once this thing says blizzard, so you put your Lego fish in the cooler. Nice. There we go. We got a storm coming. Nice. Take the bait. Come on. Ah, nope. Keep going. So, you sold it? Okay. Okay, Red Man, thanks so much for joining us, man. It's good to see you. We'll see you next time, bro. Take care of yourself and God bless to you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Okay, Icy Frozen. Oh, come on. Worst luck ever. Okay, C-Class, Frozen, Icy, Shallow Waters. Yeah, I'm not having any luck at all. And the storms don't last as long as they should when you need them to last. A-Class. Okay, we got 2. That's number 2. We only need 1 more. Get in there. Get it. We only need 1 more. We can wrap this up. Get that fish. Take the bait. We've been here for hours. Take the bait. Okay, B. Boo. Haha. So your 17-year-old was ready to be done? That's kind of how I feel with this. Okay, C-Class. We only need 1 more freaking fish. That's it. 1 more fish. Come on, take that bait. Grab it. Let's go. C-Class. Daylight hours. Daylight. Oh my God, this is terrible. This is taking forever. No! B-Class. You blankety blank. Let's try it one more time. One more time, quickly. Never mind. Too late. Storm's gone. This. I can think of every expletive in a book right now. Every expletive. Well, so much for that. And unfortunately, I don't have time to wait. I don't have time to wait for another storm. I can't believe that. That is the worst luck ever. We got 2 out of 3. All right. Well, let me hop in my ship, create a new restore point. We're going to stay right here on this planet. That's what we're going to do. So, I can't believe that happened. So Blind Richie says it's always a struggle to get one of those kids to play my game for me. So when they do, I have to limit their time. Yeah, my son is he's a gameaholic. He's a gameaholic. I know what you mean, man. Fortunately, my son doesn't have the same interest in games, in the type of games that I do. So he's into Roblox and Fortnite and all that other nonsense. Okay, so guys, it is 1:56 a.m. for me. I am dog tired and I am pissed. I can't believe we are literally one fish away. One fish. That's all we need. One fish. So we're staying right here on this planet. And we're going to live stream this again. I'm not sure if we're going to do it again tomorrow night, but we're going to live stream this again. And what we'll do, I'm assuming that it won't take as long to catch one fish, but it's going to take a long time for this next storm to come up. So I got to get out of here. What we'll do is stream this again, and once we finish the expedition, we'll do some traditional Starship hunting. So although this was infuriating, this was still fun. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you haven't done so, please do me a massive favor. Hit that like button on the way out. It helps out the channel a ton. And we will definitely pick this up again. So with that being said, this live stream is a wrap. I've been OddMan105, a.k.a. The Odd One, saying thanks to each and every one of you guys for joining us today and for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us and for being part of the Odd community, whether you're a GTA 5 subscriber or viewer, or you like my No Man's Sky content. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate you so much. And with that being said, I will see you guys when I see you guys in the next live stream. So please stay safe, and remember, don't just start the fire, bring the smoke, and take care out there. I'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, the next GTA 5 live stream will be in about 12 hours. So hopefully we'll see you guys here for that. So you guys take care of yourselves. Don't just start the fire. Bring the smoke and take care out there. God bless to each and every one of you. I will see you all next time. Take care. Have a good night. Or have a good day.